Network.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
It's showtime.
All right, showtime.
Showtime. Showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
Showtime. Showtime.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Hurry up.
Broadcasting live from the K-Best studios in the Spring City. It's the morning show you wake up to hear. Gooney in the morning with Gooney
It's hard to think of words in the morning.
and Heather.
And I'm dyslexic and ADD.
Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready?
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy.
Good morning, and welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It's Monday, October 27th, 6:29 here at the KBST studio. 66 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
It's an exciting Monday. It was a great weekend.
Awesome weekend. This weekend was amazing.
Man, good stuff happening. First, let's just go ahead and start off with the topic of the day, and that's the Big Spring Steer football team.
How many points did they put up? 64?
Ooh, 64. I believe it was 121 total points in that game.
Wow.
1,200 total yards in that game.
That's some
Insane.
football. That
It
is
was
some
incredible.
football.
Incredible game.
Man.
Yeah, it was one of those where, I don't know, if you missed it, go to our Facebook page. That's all I have to say. You're not going to get to watch the whole game, so you're still missing out on a lot, but there's some pretty cool updates on there.
All of my teams won this weekend except for one.
Oh, really?
Tech was just wow.
Yeah, they were kind of demolished.
Wow.
But at least it was another Texas team,
That's
right?
true.
TCU.
That's true. But other than that, football turned out great
Yeah.
because the Saints beat the Packers.
Saints got the big win.
You don't ever hear that.
Yeah, that was huge right there. 44-23, too.
Yes.
That's the great thing about it. It was a big win.
Yep.
Bengals got a win.
Did they?
They beat the Ravens 27-24.
Nice.
The Texans won yesterday. Got a big win over Tennessee, 30-16.
Titans.
Yeah. Dallas plays tonight. They're playing the
Tonight.
Redskins. Probably going to get another win. I see another win tonight by the Cowboys, keeping that streak alive.
They are.
They
Good
hit a
job,
stride at a great spot in their schedule.
They did.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Perfect.
Back to the Steers game. I have to first of all, I want to give a shout out to the Steer defense. They did a fantastic job. Because you see a score like this, and a lot of people, first thing they think of if they weren't there was, man, there just had to have been no defense in that game. That's not true. That's not true at all.
Just really good offense.
Some really good offense.
That's
But this
what
Steer
that is.
defense Friday night, man, they made some very, very clutch plays at some perfect times. Oh, it's fantastic. But they did a great job on defense. Offensively, though, the offensive line gets a big shout out. They did a great job blocking all night. Stepped up huge when the starting center, Nick Sotello, got hurt early on in the game, and the whole line just stepped up. Did fantastic. But Hunter Hill, the talk of the town, has to be. Has to be. 7 total
amazing.
touchdowns.
Absolutely amazing.
7 touchdowns.
Just tell me he's our offensive player of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
He deserves that.
I got most of those touchdowns on our Facebook page, too.
Yeah, and it was tough to see. So, how do you say his last name? Sotello?
Sotello?
It was really tough to see him out that quick.
Yeah.
I know he was
heard.
looking forward to that game.
Yeah, it was a big game. Big win for the Steers. Big win. One thing that upsets me because, of course, I mean, you always want to look at the rankings and stuff whenever your team's doing this good. And the rankings don't always come out at the same time, but I went and looked up a few of them that are out after this past win. And you have like Dave Campbell's TexasFootball.com, which is a pretty good source for rankings. And all season long, it's been one of those where, of course, Stephenville has just been
Dominated.
about 3 or 4 in front of Big Spring all season long. Well, now, after this past weekend, looking at the new rankings from Dave Campbell's TexasFootball.com, we have, let's see, Big Spring ranked from 7th to 5th.
Nice.
Stephenville's still 7th. They went from 3rd to 7th. And you have like Graham, who Big Spring's already beat, still in the top 10.
Yeah.
They're ranking in at number 8. But Abilene Wiley right there at number 9.
Who's number 1?
Another team coming up. Number 1 now is Navasota.
Where's that out of? Do you know?
And they've been, I'm not sure. That one hasn't really been on there. Argyle's kind of been dominating most of the season, and they bumped down to number 2. Now, still undefeated, Argyle.
Yeah.
And Argyle is the only team that Abilene Wiley's lost to, and that's who the Steers have coming up this Friday night.
Well, the only person we lost to was
Andrews.
That was it.
Then you look at the Max Preps, and this is the one that I'm excited about because a lot of folks, I guess, don't follow the Max Preps rankings as closely as I do. But this one here, I mean, this is a tough ranking to get in the top 10 in because Big Spring, I think last week they broke the top 10, but that was the first time all season long. They've been just outside the top 10. Well, after this past weekend, they had Big Spring ranked in at number 6.
Nice.
At Max Preps.
Good job,
Argyle
guys.
ranked first in that one. Graham's still ranked ahead of Big Spring, even though Big Spring's beating them at 4th. And they actually have Wiley ranked in at 3rd on Max Preps. It's going to be a big game Friday night, but I'm still celebrating the win over Stephenville.
Yeah.
That's so big.
Finally got rid of that knot. I heard.
Kahoma, Forest, and both got losses over the weekend. Tough losses for both of them. Because Ozone is now in the lead of that district out in Forest.
Really?
That's a tough loss.
Wow.
Well, how about that?
That's how tough.
You're gonna have to get a little more culture or something. Pay attention more
It's
to what's
not
going
my
on.
fault.
That's your job.
That's
to be able
not
to
my
talk a
fault.
little bit
No.
about what's going on. Well, let's see. You got a flyer there. Let's talk about that. What's going on with the Monster Mash Dance and Dash?
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to say it. I don't think I could have today. It's a 0.4 mile loop, 30-minute time limit. There's multiple laps with 20-second intervals that you have to dance to Thriller or Monster Mash.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
You have to dance up for this. Like, you have to have a costume. When
You have to?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the point of doing it if you're not dressed up?
Just to run really, it would be hard to run really fast in a costume unless you get like a Spider-Man costume.
You could be the Flash, and you can
That'd be
run
a
really
cool one right
fast, like really fast.
Yeah, you could do that.
But the race is going to start at 6:15 on October 31st. It's going to be right there at the Settles, and you're going to loop downtown. That's how that's going to go.
Yeah, and then the Film Society is also showing a movie down there
Afterwards,
too,
yes.
from what I heard. That's exciting right there.
I can't remember what movie it is, though. I don't even know if it said when I read it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But
It's a Halloween movie.
yeah, I know that much. I just don't know exactly which one it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time though. If you have a chance, get on down there. It'll be one of the cooler Halloween events that has gone on in a while. I know that much. Also, early voting's going on right now until October 31st. Don't forget, you have to bring an ID whenever you go in to vote.
I have those accepted forms of ID.
Let's hear them.
Texas driver's license, Texas personal ID card issued by DPS, Texas concealed handgun license issued by DPS, U.S. military ID card with photo, U.S. citizenship certificate with photo, U.S. passport Booker card, or election ID certificate or EIC issued by DPS.
There you go.
So you got a couple of forms.
Any one of those.
Yep.
There you go. I know that's a new law, so it's interesting to see. It seems like everybody's doing okay with that, though.
And
most folks have their ID on them.
It says something about expiration date. It says your documents must have an expiration date of no more than 60 days before the day you vote. There's an exception for citizenship certificates. So, and it says people with disabilities can apply for a permanent exemption to this requirement at your county voter registration office, and your name must match the name on your ID or be substantially similar. Are the points you have to remember.
Okay.
It was very informative.
Yeah. You just made it more difficult for me, though.
How?
It sounded okay when it was just like, hey, bring your driver's license.
Well, yeah, if you like bring
Makes it
these,
sound way easier.
You have to know these things before you get all the way up there, and then you don't fall in that criteria.
Which I mean, that's almost common sense, though.
Yeah.
You should know better than to take a expired driver's license.
Be like, I don't know you. I don't know you at all. I also got something else. The Woodcarver show and sale begins today at the Dora Robert Community Center.
That's right.
Didn't we have them on community calendar?
We sure did.
Last week.
They dropped off a cool little wood carver.
Matches our owl.
Guy.
Hello.
Yeah, that's a cool guy right there. Yeah, that's cool. They'll set up there at the Dora Robert Center, and what he was saying is they basically set it up, and you can come through all week, and you can take wood carving classes and stuff like that. And then this weekend they'll actually set up for the sale, and you can go in there. He said it's for sale all week long. I mean, don't get them wrong. They're not going to say, no, you can't buy that. But what I'm assuming what they'll do is just place like a tag or something on it so it can stay up for the show.
Yeah.
That's a cool deal, though. That's really neat.
So,
yeah,
some stuff
they
going
were cool
on.
folks to have in on community calendar last week. The San Francisco Giants got a big win last night in the World Series. They're now leading that 3-2 over Kansas City.
Oh, they still got a chance.
Yeah, it's been kind of back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
San Francisco, of course, got the first win. Then Kansas City won a couple of them. But now it's going back to Kansas City for game 6 and 7. We're going to take the night off tonight, travel a little bit, get back to Kansas City. I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those. It comes down to the wire. Game 7.
I think so, too.
I think they'll have a game 7.
They both really, really want it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Let's take a real quick break. We'll be back with more Gooney in the morning here in just a few minutes. You're listening to us on KBST, AM and FM.
Hi, I'm Joyce at Choate Well Service. I know some witches. No, not Halloween witches. Water well witches. Choate Well Service has witches. If water is there, Choate Well Service can find them. For your water well needs, call us, Choate Well Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business, and we have witches.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Storytelling is a fine art, and I find the best storytellers in Texas. I interview them and put them on my radio program, The Sound of Texas. Since I've done the series for years, I've had the opportunity to visit with a lot of great storytellers. Listen to The Sound of Texas, a different kind of radio program on KBST, a real reality show. Weekday mornings right after the 8 o'clock news, sponsored by Churchwell Insurance and Choate Well Service.
Hi, I'm Casey Welch Baker. Do you know how much a funeral costs? If you're like most people, you don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. And if you're like most people, you like to pay the least and get the most. That's where we at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory can help. We offer the best for less. My dad, Tommy Welch, is all about saving families money, and we are all about giving them the very best service. Nally Pickle and Welch, serving the West Texas area for over 80 years.
Need cash fast? Cash Pawn loans on tools, electronics, musical equipment, gold, and much more. Cash Pawn will pay you for any of your used or unwanted guns. Turn your broken or unwanted gold into cash fast. No need to worry about bad credit or credit checks. You're guaranteed to get your money quick. Cash Pawn loans to help you in your time of need. It's friendly, convenient, and confidential. Let Cash Pawn be your #1 pawn shop, located at 210 North Gregg Street in Big Spring.
Ladies, Dazzling Decor invites you to feel the power. When your phone battery is low, put it in your purse and get charged. That's right, put a dead phone in your purse and pull it out fully charged, thanks to the Mighty Purse. It's a stylish leather purse that charges your phone on the go. Yes, the Mighty Purse has a smartphone charger built in. The Mighty Purse at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry. The Mighty Purse. Feel the power on the go at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry.
Man, these boneless wings are great.
I know. I finally found a wingman.
You're going to use your wings as your wingman?
Yeah, they make me irresistible to the ladies.
Oh, yeah, they give you that certain je ne sais quoi?
Jenna said what?
No, I said je ne sais quoi. It means I don't know what.
Well, you should really find out. You shouldn't talk about things you don't know about, Peter. That's ignorant.
Be a wingman with the all-new white meat boneless chicken wings. This is how you Sonic. For limited time, only participating Sonic drive-ins. Call Star Sonic for specials. Not all carriers covered. Message and data rates apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, the job fair is here and looking for businesses to participate. Booth space is available to any business that would like to take part in the event. $25 for chamber members and $50 for non-chamber members. There will be a table and 2 chairs provided per business. The job fair will take place Tuesday, October 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. in the East Room of the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum. For any questions about the event or how to enter, contact the Big Spring Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Clark, the new director for Nazarene Christian Academy, and we offer kindergarten through 2nd grade. We love being able to pray and learn Bible stories with our students. We also have small classes, so that means more one-on-one time with each student. If you have any questions, please contact Alyssa Clark at 432-263-0203, or you can go by New Hope Christian School, where Nazarene Christian Academy is also located. We can't wait to hear from you.
I once heard that the right angle to approach a difficult problem is the triangle. Well, a little bit of humor there. Good morning. This is Reverend Carol Cole. I'm a member of Alive in Christ Lutheran Church, and it is indeed my joy to spend a couple minutes with you again today as we look up and live. There is the story that a huge oil refinery once caught fire. And don't get ahead of me, you may have heard this story, but you can listen again. Flames shot hundreds of feet into the air and the sky filled with grimy smoke. The heat was so intense that firefighters parked a block away, hoping for the heat to die down, but instead the fire raged ever closer to the nearby row of tanks. Excuse me. Suddenly, a fire truck came careening down the street with its brakes screeching. It hit the curb directly in front of the blaze. The firefighters jumped out and began to battle the blaze. Inspired by this act, the other firefighters, who had held back a little bit, dove closer and joined in the fight. As a result of their cooperative effort, the fire was brought under control just in the nick of time before the tanks exploded. Those who witnessed these events decided to honor the man who had driven the head fire truck to the brink of blaze. In preparing for the awards ceremony, the mayor said, "Captain, we want to honor you for your fantastic act of heroism. You prevented the loss of property, perhaps even the loss of life. Is there something we can give you as a token of our appreciation?" The captain paused a moment and then replied, "Well, Your Honor, a new set of brakes on the truck sure would be helpful." Acts of heroism all begin the same way. One person is willing to try when others are not. The Bible says in Luke 1, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." Or as I said when we began, the right angle to approach a difficult problem is usually the triangle. Think about it today. This is Reverend Carol Cole for Look Up and Live.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Wait, we're talking about Gooney here. Well, at least he's funny. Sort of.
Don't stop the beat. Can't control my feet. People in the street. Come on, everybody, and move your feet. Don't stop the beat. I can't stop the beat. I won't stop the beat.
Yo! Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Monday, October 27th, 6:47 here at the KBS studios. 66 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, you guys.
Looking at your weather right now, of course, 66 degrees. Supposed to get up into the 90s today, maybe. That's what the high is. High of 90.
Broke my heart.
Mostly sunny. Low of 51 tonight, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, the high 68, however, partly sunny. How about that? A little bit better?
You just made me feel a lot better.
Low of 49 Tuesday night. High of 74 on Wednesday, mostly sunny. Low around 55 and partly cloudy Wednesday night. Then Thursday, you're high around 80 and high around 74 Friday. I know, it just kind of ruined it for you right there.
No, it's okay. At least Tuesday is going to be good.
Yeah, 68 degrees.
I love
Tuesday.
it.
I'm excited about that. It's fantastic weather. Fantastic weather right there. Football weather. I know that. Hey, I want to give a shout out to the Pride Drive.
Oh, yeah.
The Steer Band going to state marching.
Awesome. It's always exciting to see them do that.
Oh, yeah. They did a fantastic job Saturday. Went on up to Lubbock and competed in the area marching contest and had a great showing. That band on Friday night, you could tell they were just locked in and ready to go. They looked fantastic. Sounded terrific. Marched just fantastic. Oh, it was great. But they'll be going to the state march contest November 3rd and 4th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. They'll be performing November 3rd, that Monday.
Man.
Go check out some of the pictures that Tony Claxton took and we shared on our Facebook page. Especially the one of my favorite is of them cheering whenever they heard that they're advancing. That was probably one of the most exciting and memorable moments from high school.
Pure happiness.
It's just being in the stands at a marching contest and them announcing you that you're advancing to the next level.
Oh, it's amazing.
So much fun. But you can see it all over their faces in the picture that Tony took. Go
That's
check it out.
probably the one thing I miss about band the most is
winning.
Yeah, going to contests and stuff. It was always fun.
Yeah, that's fantastic. They're good stuff.
Good job, guys.
And it made me it was pretty cool because, of course, I went to Forsan, shout out, and we all know about their amazing history with band over the past decade and a half.
It's been amazing as well.
It had me because Charles had posted about the band as soon as they had advanced, and he put a link on there to UIL's website, so you can actually go on there and check it out and see all the schools advancing. Well, whenever I went there, I could see past year results.
Mm-hmm.
And me being Forsan, I just wanted to check it out and see, man, it is incredible to be able to look at every single time since 2001, because it's every other year.
Yep.
But since 2001, you look and it's Forsan every time.
Yep.
Wow.
They have a great music program over there.
Doing fantastic. The Lady Steers got a big win again on Friday. Oh, yeah. Dominated Snyder.
Good.
Dominated.
They needed to come back from that one loss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They shook that one off real quick.
Good.
Real quick. Won in 3 straight sets again. 8-1 now in district. They'll be playing.
I like to hear.
They'll be playing tomorrow. Be taking on Sweetwater, I believe, for the last district game.
That's the last one?
Yep, right before playoffs start.
And they are in playoffs.
Yeah,
that's a
they're
definite.
in. There's no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right now, it's looking like they may be second in district, but already in the playoffs because they got that lost to Levelland. Which I guess the way it'd work out is they tie with Levelland.
Yeah.
And they may be playing like a playoff situation depending on what Levelland does to finish out the rest of district play.
I don't know. I'm excited to see how they do.
If they go undefeated, they'll be playing off, I guess, to see who the district champs are.
Mm-hmm.
Get in that weird co-district champ type scenario.
It's just cool to see all of these schools in any aspect they are doing amazingly.
Yeah.
Like in volleyball, football, band, everywhere. I can't wait for baseball and softball to start.
It's fall in West Texas.
Yep, I'm excited.
Speaking of that, don't forget to set your clocks back. I think Sunday.
Oh. It's always the worst time is when you fall back.
I know. It seems like I don't know. I think you complain every time. Not you, but you in general.
I was like, oh.
Sorry, we.
Way to call me out.
That was more of a collective.
Okay. That's more
comment.
of a collective you.
Yeah. Because I do it too. I complain each time it happens. I'm like, oh, we're going to spring forward.
I'm okay with that.
Now we're falling back because it's not spring. It's kind of like you'd love for it to be winter.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we should move an hour up in the fall instead.
You think so?
No.
It's gonna just don't. You'll start thinking about it too much and it'll hurt.
It will.
6:53 in the morning. Don't. Just don't.
Set myself up for failure.
Just to give a quick rundown of some of your other high school football games from over the weekend. Of course, Big Spring got the big win over Stephenville, 64-57.
Amazing.
Kahoma lost a post in a very, very close game, 14-13. Ozona got the win over Forsan, 32-22. Coleman beat Stanton, 46-16. Sands got a big win over Grand Falls, 38-30. Sands still undefeated in district play, and they are in the playoffs after that win.
Good
and
job,
after a tough-looking season, of course, they had some injuries early on and not a lot of big wins early in the season. That right there is just, it's turned, the Sands Mustangs have turned it around. They're doing fantastic. Colorado City got a win over Ballinger, 56-13. That's a huge win for Colorado City. Borden County beat Grady, 52-24. Marfa beat Garden City, 50-46. Sterling City got the win over Robert Lee, 46-34. And Ira shut out Westbrook. This one ended early because that the six-man run rule, 50-0. Shutout, goose egg right there. Ira's just on a roll.
Put up, man.
You know, the great thing about that, there were a lot of six-man scores in there, right? Mm-hmm. None of them were as high as the Big Spring score. Like, that was the highest scoring game in our area. That was exciting. That right there shows you how intense that game was.
It's West Texas football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Kahoma Bulldogettes, I want to give them a shout out too. They lost in 3 sets over the weekend to Colorado City. I just want to give them a shout out. It was a tough fought match. They it looks like they're going to still get second place in that district though.
It doesn't matter because this is only the second year they've had this program, and look at how amazingly they've been doing.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs. Hey, be sure to get your birthdays, anniversaries, all that good jazz in our Facebook page. We'll be announcing those live and on the air along with your school lunches and Sweetheart of the Day when we return. We got TSN coming up on KBST AM and FM.
TSN News, I'm Mitch Carr. Opening arguments scheduled this morning in Amarillo, or in Lubbock rather, for an Amarillo plastic surgeon who is charged in the death of a Lubbock doctor. Dr. Thomas Dixon is accused of capital murder in a plot to kill Dr. Joseph Saunier 2 years ago. Saunier was dating Dixon's former girlfriend. Prosecutors say a hitman was paid $9,000 in silver bars to kill the Lubbock pathologist. The future of a border militia group is in doubt following the arrest of its leader on weapons charges.
A Brownsville federal judge has granted bond to Kevin K.C. Massey, who is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Massey has been convicted twice for burglary. Under the conditions of the bond, Massey is prohibited from carrying any weapons, guns, or knives. Since the summer, the 48-year-old Massey has been leading Camp Lone Star south of Brownsville, an armed civilian border watch group he organized during the surge of Central American immigrants. As a result of the restrictive bond, he is now expected to return to his home east of Dallas. In McAllen, Tim Sullivan, TSN News.
Halloween coming up this week, and it's been postponed in at least one Texas town.
It falls on a Friday night, and Friday nights in Van, Texas are for high school football, especially when the town's team, the Vandals, are undefeated. City leaders met and called an audible and moved trick-or-treating to Saturday night this year. Mayor Dean Stone defends the move.
It's one of the most family-oriented towns probably around, and we like football, but when you're winning, you really like it. I think sometimes changes are necessary, and it won't leave our town quite so vacant.
City Hall has received calls from residents complaining about the move, but the mayor says it's all a numbers game, and this change will accommodate more people for both events. James Stanley, TSN News.
A vast collection of Alamo-related artifacts owned by Phil Collins is coming to Texas. The collection, including Jim Bowie's knife, is being donated by the British singer, and the first shipment is set to arrive in San Antonio tomorrow. Collins and Texas Land Commissioner Jerry Patterson will be on hand to oversee the arrival. And San Antonio's iconic Tower of the Americas will be closed today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. The tower experienced a major power failure last month. Permanent repairs are now being made.
The work involves the electrical system feeding power to the Towers restaurant, which is operated by Landry's. A city spokesman says the tower, built for the 1968 World's Fair, will reopen on Thursday of this week. And in the NFL, Houston beat Tennessee 30-16, and Monday Night Football has Dallas playing Washington. This is TSN News.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Think about this. Would you want Barack Obama as governor of Texas? He may as well be on the ballot because Wendy Davis is just like Barack Obama. Davis supports the EPA's regulations that threaten Texas jobs, just like Barack Obama. Davis supports billions in higher taxes and massive spending, just like Barack Obama. And remember Obamacare?
If you like your doctor or healthcare plan, you can keep it.
Not only does Wendy Davis support Obamacare, she wants to go even further by expanding Obamacare in Texas by executive order.
I'm not on the ballot this fall, but make no mistake, these policies are on the ballot.
Job-killing regulations, higher taxes, more spending, and an expansion of Obamacare. That's Wendy Davis's agenda, and it's just like Barack Obama's. Don't let her bring those policies to Texas.
Political ad paid for by Texans for Greg Abbott.
The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations is in the West African Ebola outbreak zone, promising the people of Guinea that help from the United States will be long-term. She's visiting the 3 hardest-hit countries. The Ebola battle in the United States is beginning to center on science versus politics in terms of how to treat people arriving from the outbreak area. The governors of New York and New Jersey say they stand by their imposition of mandatory quarantines for returning health workers and others who've been around Ebola patients, even if they're not showing symptoms. And almost 3 years after the incident, 4 members of Florida A&M University's marching band are scheduled to go on trial today on charges of felony hazing and manslaughter relating to the death of Robert Champion, the band's drum major, who died after being beaten in 2011. I'm Mitch Carr on the Texas State Network. This is TSN.
With news every hour, this is KDST AM and FM, Big Spring.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Joan Bennett. The politics of Ebola. The governors of New York and New Jersey are standing by their mandatory quarantines for returning healthcare workers and others who've been around Ebola patients in West Africa. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Some people will say we're being too cautious. I'll take that criticism because that's better than the alternative.
ABC's Aaron Katursky with more on the nurse from Maine who's confined at a hospital in Newark, New Jersey.
Casey Hickox has spent the last 3 days in quarantine here at University Hospital in Newark, where her boyfriend, Ted Wilbur, told ABC News she is getting exhausted.
Situation's just a little bit out of control.
For a while, he said Hickox was held in an unheated outdoor tent in a parking lot with no shower and a box for a toilet. The New Jersey State Health Department said she has been moved indoors and given access to a computer, cell phone, and reading material. Still, she has threatened to sue if she's not released soon. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, University Hospital in Newark.
Friday's shooting at a high school in Marysville, Washington has claimed another life. 14-year-old Gia Soriano died last night at an area hospital. Dr. Joanne Roberts read a statement from Gia's parents.
We've made the decision to donate Gia's organs so that others may benefit. Our daughter was loving and kind, and this gift honors her life.
14-year-old Jalen Freiberg opened fire in the cafeteria on his closest friends and relatives, killing a girl, leaving 3 others in critical condition before dying of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Red Cross is opening a shelter for Hawaii residents who need to get out of the way of the molten lava from the Kilauea volcano that's been flowing steadily toward a small town on the Big Island. Toyota, again the world's top-selling automaker, reporting record sales of 7.6 million vehicles in the first 9 months of the year. This is ABC News.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
A tragic death rocking the St. Louis Cardinals. Rookie outfielder Oscar Taveras died in a car crash in his native Dominican Republic yesterday. ABC's Sean Balint with more.
Shocking news in the baseball-mad town of St. Louis. Rising star top prospect Oscar Taveras has been killed in a car crash in the Dominican Republic. Taveras was 22. He was a hero of Game 2 of the National League Championship Series with a pinch-hit homer to lead the Cards to victory. The Cardinals are no stranger to death in the clubhouse. In recent years, losing star pitcher Darryl Kyle and reliever Josh Hancock. Sean Balint, ABC News, St. Louis.
The late Robin Williams was honored by the San Francisco Giants last night. Zach, his oldest son, tossed out the ceremonial first pitch to Billy Crystal to start Game 5 of the World Series between the Giants and Royals. Giants are now leading the Royals 3-2 in the series after last night's shutout. Joan Bennett, ABC News.
The Big Green Egg, the most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill? Is it an oven? Or a smoker? The answer is yes. You can sear steaks, chops, and fish with a flavor-packed crust unmatched by other grills. High-temperature steakhouse grilling, even at 750 degrees, is quick and easy. The Big Green Egg bakes bread, pizza, cookies, cakes better and quicker than your kitchen oven. You may never bake indoors again. Meals are more memorable when you roast a turkey or ham on a Big Green Egg. The moisture retention produces the most flavorful meat you have ever tasted. The construction of the egg allows for extreme flexibility at low heat or when used as a smoker. The egg gives the best results with turkey, ham, brisket, chicken, or ribs. Want a slow cook at low heat for 14 to 16 hours? No problem. Convenience is the name of the game. So stop in for a no-pressure shopping experience at Elrod's Furniture, Big Spring's oldest, largest, finest furniture store with the best brands and best prices at 2309 Scurry Street.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Clark, the new director for Nazarene Christian Academy, and we offer kindergarten through 2nd grade. We love being able to pray and learn Bible stories with our students. We also have small classes, so that means more one-on-one time with each student. If you have any questions, please contact Alyssa Clark at 432-263-0203, or you can go by New Hope Christian School, where Nazarene Christian Academy is also located. We can't wait to hear from you.
It's never too late to enroll at New Hope Christian School for newborns through 12. New Hope offers a Becca curriculum with loving Christian teachers, after-school care, and transportation available for most area schools. Hot, nutritious breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack provided. Stop by 118 Cedar Road or go to newhopebigspring.com. That's www.newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference New Hope can make in your child's future.
Hello, I'm Larry McClellan, owner of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies, which has been serving Big Spring and Howard County for over 65 years. We have always strived to serve our hometown with exceptional service, competitive prices, and community service. We invite you to visit our 3 locations: Professional Pharmacy at 10th and Main, Leonard's Pharmacy at 7th and Scurry, and Westover Pharmacy on the corner of FM 700 and Westover. Enjoy the hometown service of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies.
right away in a Texas Edition Silverado from Pollard Chevrolet Buick Cadillac, 1501 East 4th Street. It's sleek. 20-inch chrome wheels, monochromatic door handles. It seats 5 comfortably and has under-seat storage. It's rugged, whether hauling furniture or equipment. It gets the job done in style. That's Texas style. Silverado with a big silver star. What a deal! Buy local, receive VIP treatment. The price is right at Pollard. A lot of truck for your buck. Compare and save cash and time. Drive only a mile for a smile. Ride away today from Pollard Chevrolet.
This is where the cowboy rides away.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
When you combine juicy beef patties with enough jalapenos to power a rocket to Jupiter, you expect the price to be astronomical as well. Instead, you get one of the best values on Earth, and a new movement is born. Econom-nom-nomics, where impossibly good food and low prices can coexist in the universe. The Jalapeno Double. Try it now for just $2 on McDonald's Dollar Menu and more. It's econom-nom-nomical. Nom-nom-nom-nom-nom. Prices and participation may vary.
If you miss the McRib, like the Mojave Desert misses a tropical storm, like a hockey player misses his front teeth, and like a guy with a mullet misses the 80s. Later, dude. Then we've got good news for you. The McRib is back at McDonald's with its epic sauciness.
You don't have to miss it any longer because McRib is back. Grab one today and enjoy it even more with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Limited time only at participating McDonald's.
Would you like to give to the troops this Christmas? Thanks to a local county program, you can. Howard County's Adopt a Military Hero Christmas for the Troops program needs military deployment addresses or APOs for any military hero that will be deployed this Christmas. They send 500 boxes each year filled with a lot of love and goodies from our area to our military. If you know someone and would like a gift box sent to them, please contact Debbie Burrow at 432-267-8554.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Kayla Kay with your K-Best Radio Group News for Monday, October 27th, 2014. KBST News Time is 7:09 a.m. It's currently 65 degrees outside. We'll have your full Howard County weather forecast coming up. And the Big Spring man accused of robbing Big A's shaved ice at gunpoint in June is scheduled to go on trial tomorrow. 21-year-old Heriberto Medina Torres could face a possible life sentence if convicted of first-degree felony. Following up on tips from citizens, Medina Torres was arrested June 9th for the robbery. In Howard County, grand jury indicts 24 during last week's session. Indictments include anywhere from assault on the elderly to driving while intoxicated and possession of marijuana. And according to our news partners at CBS 7, a Midland resident is dead after a fatal accident early Friday morning. According to the Department of Public Safety, 50-year-old Jonathan Hernandez was driving a 2005 Freightliner south on South County Road 1050 in the fog just before 5 a.m. Hernandez missed a stop sign at the intersection of South County Road 1050 and East County Road 120. He then drove through the intersection into a borrow ditch, hit a cattle guard fence, drove through the field, hit a dirt hill which caused him to go airborne, and came to rest on a leashed road south of the intersection. Hernandez was pronounced dead at the scene. DPS says he was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. And the Woodcarver Show and Sale begins today at the Dora Roberts Community Center. Today through Thursday, members will hold several classes with prices varying depending on the subject matter, and they will provide all materials needed. The contest portion of the show will be held Friday. The public is welcome every day of the show to purchase and browse these unique wood carvings. Early voting continues and runs through October 31st. Early voting takes place at the Election Administration Office on the first floor at the Howard County Courthouse. Texas voters should know that the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that voters will need to show ID at the polls this year. The United Way of Big Spring and Howard County are bringing together our community in a fun way that promotes awareness of our United Way and what it brings to Howard County. The United Way is hosting the West Texas Ball Storm to raise funds for their 17 local agencies. They're asking you to purchase golf balls, and your ball will then be numbered and collected to be dropped from a helicopter at 100 feet above the pin on Blankenship Field, Saturday, November 15th at 4 p.m. They will also be giving helicopter rides for $50 per person. To reserve your spot, you can call the United Way office at 432-267-5201. The second annual Veterans Day 5K event is to honor those who are serving and those who have served. The race will start and end at the Big Spring Vietnam Memorial on Veterans Day, which is November 11th. The walk begins at 5 p.m. and the run jog portion starts at 5:30. The registration fee is $25 and all proceeds benefit the Lone Survivor Foundation. The entry fee includes the race day shirt and a barbecue brisket plate with a drink at the end of the run. Additional plates will be available for $7. You can register at the Geo Group at 1701 Apron Drive. And there's still time for families to apply for the Salvation Army's annual Angel Tree program. The Salvation Army will accept applications for the annual Christmas gift program through October 30th. The Angel Tree program provides Christmas gifts for qualifying children and seniors every year. Applicants are screened through interviews at the local Salvation Army office located at 811 West 5th Street. And the Munster Mash Dine and Dash will kick off an event unlike any other on October 31st. Runners will compete on a 0.4-mile course that starts and ends in the Munster Mash Pit on the east lawn of the historic Hotel Settles. That'll be at 200 East 3rd Street. Participants must dance for 20 seconds before running their next lap. Winners will be determined in 3 categories: the most laps, best costumes, and best dance moves. And later that night, there will be a movie presentation by the Big Spring Film Society at 10 p.m. on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel. In obituaries, Janette Smith Harden, 76, of Willow Park, formerly of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd in Burleson, Texas. Funeral services with Eastern Star Rites will be today at 11 a.m. at Myers and Smith Chapel, with burial following at Cahoma Cemetery. Leonard Dean Gerard Jr., 47, of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd at Midland Memorial Hospital in Midland, Texas. Graveside services will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Trinity Memorial Park, Peace Chapel. Jose Olivos Jr., 63, of Stanton, formerly of Big Spring, died Saturday, October 25th at Stanton Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Vigil services will be at 7 p.m. tonight at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral services will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at Holy Trinity Catholic Church, with burial at Trinity Memorial Park. Simon T. Correa Jr., 60, of Big Spring, died Saturday, October 25th in Odessa. Services are pending at Myers and Smith Funeral Home and Chapel. KBST News Time is 7:15, and this portion of your news is brought to you by Myers and Smith Funeral Home. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
Each person's life touches us in different ways. When a loved one passes on, it's time to honor the gift they gave us.
We wanted a special service. My wife was a special lady.
Talk to us about creating a fitting farewell, and be confident they'll be remembered with sensitivity, compassion, and respect.
Myers and Smith Funeral Home and Chapel.
KBST News Time is 7:16. We'll have your full Howard County weather forecast coming up. First, KBST Sports Director Gooney with your sports.
One of the most intense football games all season long took place this past Friday at Memorial Stadium between your Big Spring Steers and the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. There was over 1,200 total offensive yards combined between these two teams. 121 points scored total. Big Spring getting the bigger chunk of that, winning the game 64-57. With Stephenville being a new district opponent for Big Spring this year, not only does this mean the Steers are in the playoffs, but they're even one step closer to the district championship. KBST Sports caught up with Coach Ritchie after the game to get his thoughts.
We worked all year for these kind of games, and we've been in a lot of them this year, and man, there's more to come. So we got to go back to work, but we're going to celebrate this. That's a humongous win.
With a fantastic defensive stand all game long, led by your Sonic Defensive Player of the Game, Garrett Wigington, how could one not talk about your KBST Sonic Offensive Player of the Game, Hunter Hill, who had over 300 yards and 7 total touchdowns.
Our line was just unbelievable. They gave me lanes that I couldn't even. That was the biggest lane I've ever ran through in my life. That's amazing.
After a fumble late in the game, Hunter seemed to experience a little pain in his shoulder, but got back out there and scored another touchdown. Here's what he had to say about what motivated him.
I said a prayer and I told him to take care of me, and I knew he would. And I didn't think about it. I just kept going. I knew I had to get that touchdown because that fumble made me really mad. So I knew I had to get to the end zone one more time.
Hunter also added what this win meant for the Steers' confidence moving forward.
Oh, it boosted a lot because we've been training for this game, and now we know Abilene Wiley's next. We're going to do even better that game.
The Steers are 6-1 on the season and undefeated in district play as they head to Abilene for a Halloween game against the Wiley Bulldogs, who are 6-2 on the season and also 2-0 in district, coming off a big win over Snyder, 40-10. Friday night's game could determine the district champion. The Coahoma Bulldogs got their first district loss of the season to the Post Antelope, 14-13 Friday night at home. Joseph Melendez was your Sonic Offensive Player of the Game, while Matt Cisneros got the honors on defense. They're going to be traveling to Coleman to take on the undefeated Blue Cats Friday night for Halloween. The Bulldogs are 6-2 on the season and now share a 2-1 district record with both Post and Colorado City. The Stanton Buffaloes suffered their third straight district loss of the season, losing to Coleman 46-16. Kyle Inman was your Sonic Offensive Player of the Game, while Esteban Escamilla was honored for his defensive performance. They will be back home this Friday night against Ballinger. And the Forsan Buffaloes were home against Ozona in district action Friday night. Ozona got the win 32-22 over the Buffaloes. Forsan 6-3 on the season with that district record of 1-2 as they travel to Cristoval Friday night. Other scores from around the area: Sands got a big win over Grand Falls 38-30. Colorado City beat Ballinger 56-13. Borden County beat Grady 52-24. Garden City lost to Marfa 50-46. Robert Lee lost to Sterling City 46-34. And Ira beat Westbrook 50-0. The Lady Steers volleyball team was in action Friday against Snyder and got a big win in 3 straight sets, winning 25-22, 25-23, and 25-13. Your setter Emily Smith had 21 assists, 4 kills, 6 digs, and 3 blocks. While on offense, Lexi Yarber had 7 kills, an assist, 5 digs, and a block. And Aaron Pollard had 13 kills, 2 assists, 2 aces, 4 digs, and 7 blocks. On defense, Juliana Rodriguez stood out with 12 digs, 2 kills, an assist, and 6 aces. And Stevie Ward had 10 digs, 3 assists, and an ace. The Lady Steers are 8-1 in district and will be heading to Sweetwater tomorrow. The Lady Steers junior varsity team also got a big win, winning 2 out of 3 sets. They won the first set 25-20, lost set number 2 18-25, but got a big win to finish out strong 26-24. Standing out for the JV were Brooke Marshall, Chloe Gang, Kiana Ramsey, Janisha Smith, Jory Hanlon, and Sierra Martinez. The freshman team lost their 2 sets 19-25 and 21-25, with Marilyn Cardia, Courtney Myers, Anissa Ramsey, and Rachel McAllister standing out in that match. The Coahoma Bulldogette volleyball team lost to Colorado City Saturday, losing in 3 sets 23-25, 18-25, and 10-25. The Bulldogettes will be home against Crane for their last district match of the season tomorrow, with matches at 4, 5, and 6. And some of your college football scores from around Texas. Kansas State got the big shutout over UT 23-0. Texas Tech got smashed by TCU 82-27. In the NFL, Houston got the big win over the Tennessee Titans 30-16. Dallas is going to be playing tonight for Monday Night Football against the Washington Redskins with a game at 7:30. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center.
Thanks, Gooney. We'll be back right after this with your local weather.
Reason number 13 for choosing Back in Motion Chiropractic, state-of-the-art therapies.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Reed. At Back in Motion Chiropractic, we have many specialized types of treatment, therapeutic modalities, progressive chiropractic rehab, computerized range of motion testing, and state-of-the-art therapies not offered in most clinics. At Back in Motion, our number one goal is you.
Back in Motion Chiropractic, located on the corner of 12th and Scurry in Big Spring. Just call 267-BACK. That's 267-2225.
The forecast you need when you need it. K-Best Weather.
That's right, your local pinpoint 7 weather forecast for today, Monday, October 27th. It's going to be mostly sunny skies with a high near 90 degrees, winds out of the southeast from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's going to be partly cloudy with a low around 51, winds out of the south at 10 miles per hour, becoming north around midnight. And that northern wind around midnight is going to bring in some slightly lower temperatures Tuesday. Tuesday, it will be partly sunny, but the high will only get up to about 68 degrees with the north winds from 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday night's partly cloudy with a low around 49 degrees. I'm Kayla Kay with your KBest Radio Group weather. Keep it locked on here for your local birthday sweetheart of the day on Gooney in the Morning right after this.
This is Rhonda Turnbow, the newest agent with United Country, part of the City Realtors in Big Spring. If you've been thinking about buying a home but don't know where to start, let me help you. Give me a call at 432-714-4555, and I can guide you through the home buying process. Or if you have a home to sell, we can help with that too. Just ask for Rhonda at United Country, 432-714-4555.
Hi, I'm Tisha Rayner, manager of Tisha's Flooring Essentials here in Big Spring. If you've been to our showroom at the top of the rock between Subway and the hospital, then you know that Tisha's has an incredible selection of carpet, tile, wood, laminate, and luxury vinyl. Well, I'm happy to announce that Tisha's Flooring Essentials is running a special on cash and carry.
High five. Happy thighs.
Sheet vinyl is just $4.69 a yard, and luxury vinyl is as low as 89 cents a square foot.
Happy thighs.
If you've been thinking about adding some tile to your home or business, guess what?
What?
Tile at Tisha's Flooring Essentials is on sale as low as 85 cents a square foot.
Is not.
Yes, it is.
Is not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, very nice.
Now is also the time to get a great deal on carpet because we have carpet in stock starting at $6.99 per yard.
Great.
With the holidays coming, now is a great time to spruce up your home.
Great.
Come see us at Tisha's Flooring Essentials or check us out on our Facebook page by typing in TICIA. Tisha's Flooring Essentials in Big Spring has everything you need from the floor up.
Oh, very nice.
The calendar may confuse her sometimes, but she'll make your belly rumble. Heather's got the school lunches on Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Oh! Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Monday, October 27th, 7:24 here at the KBS studio. 65 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
I do want to remind everybody that this portion of Gooney in the Morning is brought to you by Parks Insurance Agency. Get on down to Parks to get your home, auto, motorcycle, and your business quoted. You can get all of that with almost any national insurance company like Allstate, the Hartford, Liberty Mutual, Progressive, and that's just to name a few of them. Get on down there, ask for Mike Richardson. He's a great local guy. They've been around since 1935, or you can give him a call, 267-5504. Parks is located at 900 Main Street. It's time for some school lunches, Heather. In the house.
Sir. All right, today's October 27th. In Big Spring, they're having spaghetti or breaded pork chop with broccoli and ranch. All right. In Sands, they're having breaded pork chop, garden salad, carrot coins. I don't know why I said corn.
Carrot coins?
Carrot coins.
Oh, like little round carrots.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
All right. In Kahoma, they're having Home-style chicken patty with cream gravy, beef stroganoff, or totally cheesy chef salad.
Totally cheesy.
Yeah. All right, and in Forest End, they're having chicken patty with gravy, beef stroganoff, and totally cheesy chef salad.
It's totally cheesy out there, too.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Totally cheesy everywhere.
I mean, a couple birthdays on our Facebook page. But first, I want to remind everybody that every Tuesday, we do give away a free meal for two to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe at 1307 East 4th Street on top of the hill. Brenda's is open Monday through Friday, 11 to 8. Since today's Monday, it's Steak Finger Day. That's the special all day long. And from 4 to 8 tonight, it's all-you-can-eat steak fingers for only $9.95. They're at Brenda's Hilltop Cafe. Once again, 1307 East 4th Street. And on our Facebook page, facebook.com/KBest957. A few birthdays coming in. We have Ashton Claxton here wishing a happy 11th birthday to, Felicity Claxton. That's mom, dad, sister, brother. All love you. Also, Cindy Parrish Claus on here wishing a happy birthday to Steve Wolf. Happy birthday, Steve. And Chelsea Ferguson wishing a very shout out and a special birthday to our very own, the Gray Wolf, Dale Ferguson. Happy birthday, Gray Wolf. Oh.
Oh.
Who's our sweetheart today?
Our sweetheart of the day is Miss Sherry Bailey. She works over at Dr. McDaniel's office.
That's right. Well, congratulations, Miss Sherry. She'll be getting a beautiful rose in a bud vase from the fine folks there at Faye's Flowers. If you happen to see Miss Sherry today, be sure to congratulate her on getting Sweetheart of the Day. Thank her for everything she does and give her $1.
Yeah.
You had some celebrity birthdays too?
I got a couple.
Any interesting ones?
Kelly Osbourne is 30. Ozzy Osbourne's daughter.
She's 30?
30 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
She looks like she's a lot older than 30. I'm not going to lie. But so does Ozzy, I guess. So.
That's true. One of my favorite birthdays on here is Mr. Scott Weiland. He's 47. He was the former Stone Temple Pilots singer and Velvet Revolver singer.
Ah.
And I learned an interesting fact today. Stone Temple Pilots is now, the lead singer is Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that. And I'm glad I do now.
Interesting fact.
Because I got to check that out.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Marla Maples, she's 51. She was married to Donald Trump. She's just called a gold digger.
Oh, wow. Let's just put it all out there.
That's what it says. We have Simon Lee Bon. He was from Duran Duran. He's 56 today. And let's see.
I was trying to think of a Duran Duran song, but all I could think of was Duran Duran. And I know that's not even a Duran Duran song, but since I don't know one, that's where I was going with it.
Good job, man. Let's see. John Cleese is 75. He's in the Monty Python movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Let's see. Ivan Reitman is 68. He's director of Stripes, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and Ghostbusters in the 80s.
Ghostbusters in the
80s. Like that.
Oh, like the original one?
Yes, since they're making a new one.
I was very thrown off by that comment.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the NASCAR Minute coming up on Gooney in the morning next, but first we'll have TSN right here on KBST, AM and FM.
Choices. This is what you will get with Parks Agency. Why shop anywhere else for insurance when Parks Agency is a one-stop shop? Get your home, auto, motorcycle, and your business quoted with almost any national insurance company such as Allstate, Travelers, Liberty Mutual, and Progressive, just to name a few. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, and all of us here at the Parks Agency have been devoted to our customers and our community since 1935. We work for you. Stop by 900 Main or call us at 267-5504 and you experience the difference of choice.
Good morning. This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Chuck Martin reporting.
I'm Chris Fox in Austin. Texas parents currently don't have the legal right to know if their children's school is participating in the school marshal program.
The nurses at the center of a growing debate over a mandatory quarantining at a New Jersey hospital is a University of Texas Arlington grad in isolation after returning to the U.S. from West Africa, where she cared for Ebola patients.
Casey Hickox is talking to reporters and is saying that she feels her basic human rights have been violated. She also questioned why politicians are making decisions. Hickox is the first traveler quarantined under new guidelines established in New Jersey and New York. She said she's completely asymptomatic and has tested negative for Ebola in a preliminary evaluation. She remains isolated in a climate-controlled extended care area. James Stanley, TSN News.
While the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases opposes that mandatory quarantine, and others, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says they could discourage health workers from going to West Africa to help stop the spread of the deadly virus. Well, he died nearly 3 weeks ago. And TSN's Cameron Fairchild reports nurses who cared for Ebola victim Thomas Duncan spoke with CBS's 60 Minutes.
Nurses from Presbyterian Health Hospital Dallas who cared for Duncan are sharing their thoughts and their feelings. John Mulligan was with Duncan during his last moments.
I was the last one to leave the room, and I held him in my arms. He was alone.
Mulligan said he felt a special compassion and sorrow for Duncan because his suffering from Ebola kept him from seeing his family during his final hours. Cameron Fairchild, TSN News.
While the long-awaited reunion between Ebola survivor Nina Pham and her dog Bentley will have to wait, as TSN's Susan Darwin tells us.
Bentley remains in quarantine and will stay there until November 1st. Doctors monitoring Bentley are worried that seeing Pham could excite him too much and could disrupt his current routine. He continues to be monitored and so far isn't showing any signs of Ebola. The pair have been separated for 2 weeks now and will have to wait another week to be reunited. Susan Darwin, TSN News.
Investigators working to pinpoint the source of a fire in New Caney that claimed the life of a 50-year-old man. The fire chief says firefighters made several attempts to make entry into the home, but the heavy smoke and fire slowed them down. In Borger, residents at an apartment building heavily damaged by a deadly explosion say they've had problems for months with gas odors. Earlier this year, tenants in the Panhandle community reported the smells to the city. The landlord says he personally performed repair work on those lines and denies he received any complaints about odors.
I'm Chris Schneider. Texans played yesterday. Cowboys play tonight.
Details and much more ahead on TSN Morning News Break.
I'm a Finkenbinder. When my sister became ill and required constant attention, I turned to Parkview Nursing and Rehabilitation. It was wonderful. She received the professional care her condition required. I was able to confer with the owners whenever I had questions. Hometown ownership and management is one reason I turned to Parkview. I knew my sister was in the care of people who cared about her.
Parkview, 3200 Parkway, Big Spring.
Some people love their pickup so much they sing about it. If you need a park for your pickup, call Westex at 263-5000.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. The program that allows teachers and administrators to carry concealed handguns to protect students is up and running for the first time this semester. But TSN's Austin Bureau Chief Chris Fox says not even parents are allowed to know what schools.
It's called the Protection of Texas Children Act, and it was passed by the last legislature.
I know there are a few districts at least taking advantage of it.
State Rep Bennett Ratliff is a member of the House Public Education Committee.
I know there's been several trainings around the state. I couldn't tell you how many people have been involved in it.
There's a reason he doesn't know, according to TCOL, the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement's Laura LeBlanc.
School districts and the officers' names in the school districts are confidential under law.
TCOL has since appealed the issue to Attorney General Greg Abbott to see what information can be released. In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
Money was a major issue in the only U.S. Senate debate. Senator John Cornyn says David Alamil is running what amounts to a vanity campaign, is a former Republican, and contributed to the senior senator's campaign.
I enjoy the support of 17,000 Texans who contributed to my campaign. Dr. Alamil's primary campaign contributor is Dr. Alamil.
And of all the things that I have to live with in my life, and I stand by all my mistakes, this is one terrible mistake I have to live with.
The latest UT Texas Tribune poll has Cornyn with a 26-point advantage. Wendy Davis took to the pulpit of a Houston church Sunday to remind worshipers how she's overcome obstacles in her personal life. It's in her bid to defy the polls and Texas political history and claim the governor's office for Democrats. In Harris County, a Democratic stronghold and the state's largest, early voting in the first week was down 20% from the last midterm elections in 2010. Well, don't expect food prices to get any cheaper in the months ahead. The 2014 rate of food price inflation is projected at 2.5% to 3.5%. USDA economist Anne-Marie Kunz says prices will go down in some categories, but the rate of increase for beef should be significantly less.
In 2015, beef and veal prices were expecting to increase 3 to 4%, and that's down from the forecast of 10.5% to 11.5% in 2014.
Kuhn says the reduction in beef prices will be due to consumers switching to cheaper meats. With real-life horrors ranging from ISIS to Ebola dominating the news, Halloween costumes this year are taking a fantasy turn.
Sandra Torres, who makes custom Halloween outfits at Gibson's Costumes in San Antonio, says this year everybody wants to dress like they've just been to Comic-Con.
And the anime, a lot of the anime or the Comic-Con, that's really hot. And steampunk, that's one of our hot items selling right now.
Ping Pong is a character in the popular Japanese manga comic book style. Torres says superheroes and pirates are also still very popular. In San Antonio, Jim Forsyth, TSN News.
Well, parents in Bexar County won't have to worry that trick-or-treat night will simply be curb service for sex offenders. DA Susan Reed says she's worked with the Parole and Probation Department to make certain all sex offenders in the system are unavailable to answer the door Friday night.
Let's do something where they're restricted. And so they have now set up a meeting that they all attend, which essentially keeps them from having contact with children.
Reed says parents should check published sex offender registries, though, and make certain their kids skip those homes Friday night. Houston playing a big role in getting the SpaceX Dragon back to Earth from the International Space Station.
Station Houston Space to Ground 2 for Reed and Butch. You are go for Dragon release.
And crews reported a picture-perfect Pacific Ocean splashdown. The singer Phil Collins travels to San Antonio, where he'll donate his extensive collection of Alamo artifacts. Collins says his fascination began as a kid in the mid-'50s when he saw the TV show with Fess Parker as Davy Crockett. The first time he saw the Alamo was in 1973 while touring with Genesis.
I remember turning the corner, into the plaza, and it took my breath away, because this was something that I had been fascinated by since I was then 22. But since I was 5, 6 years old.
The drummer's collection includes dozens of cannonballs and Jim Bowie's knife. Next, Mike Rogers.
Chuck, he's the creator of masterpieces in a most unusual medium.
It is pretty surreal when you get orders of Lego by the pallet.
We'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
Along with Chris Schneider Sports, his morning news break for Monday, October 27th continues.
When you're out driving around West Texas in your pickup, chances are real good you're not thinking about parts on your vehicle wearing out. That usually comes as a surprise. When that does happen, and we hope it's not in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, call West Tex at 263-5000. You'll get in touch with people who can help you get rolling again. West Tex, the folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
One of these days, you're just going along singing a song when all of a sudden you get in an accident and can't work. That's when your disability insurance kicks in, providing you with a monthly income during your recuperation. It'll keep you financially stable, and you won't have to dip into any of your savings or retirement funds. I'm Adrian Calvio, State Farm Agent at 801 East FM 700 in Big Spring. Come see me today about disability insurance. It's a good thing to have, especially when you're working at dangerous jobs where you could get hurt. Let me help you get to a better state.
And now here's TSN's Mike Rogers with the other side of the news.
One man's toy is another man's masterpiece, especially if that man is Nathan Sawaya, the world's foremost Lego artist.
I really feel like I can create absolutely anything, express my emotions through it.
And he has been for over 10 years now. Nathan is so prolific, in fact, he currently has 2 traveling exhibits, one of which is coming to Texas later in the fall. And people commission work from him all the time. He says he starts by closing his eyes and imagining.
I want to picture the finished product in my head before I even put down that first brick.
Then he sketches it and builds the base. It's a very involved process.
I did a Tyrannosaurus Rex sculpture that was over 20 feet long, and it took over an entire summer.
And consumed a staggering amount of Lego.
I buy all of my bricks directly from Lego, and we've developed a good business relationship over time.
Yeah, if they had a platinum club, Nathan would be in it.
I do spend about 6 figures on Lego bricks every year.
Thank you. Come again.
It is pretty surreal when you get orders of Lego by the pallet.
Bricks that he then turns into, well, everything from Han Solo to the Brooklyn Bridge. And most recently, a cello. Is it a working cello?
Well, plastic does not resonate as well as wood, so I'm not going to say it's going to be used in a symphony anytime soon.
But it does have actual strings on it, and that, by the way, is one of the rare times that you'll see anything non-Lego on a Nathan Zawaya original.
I stick with the traditional rectangular bricks that I had from my youth.
So what do you do when you're at parties and people say, what do you do for a living?
I tell them I'm an artist. And then they ask me, well, what kind of art do you do? And I say, oh, sculpture. And then they say, well, what type of medium do you use? And I generally say plastic. And then eventually it comes out that, yes, I work with Lego. I'm a brick artist.
Lego, a new toy every day. And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
Chris Schneider's got sports.
Thank you, Chuck. Good morning. Football yesterday saw the Texans put an end to that 3-game losing streak. They beat up on the Titans in Tennessee, 30-16. The final, Arian Foster ran for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns and caught another score. Elsewhere, the Lions beat Atlanta. Cincy beat Baltimore. Buffalo over the Jets. Patriots beat the Bears. Miami over Jacksonville. Vikings beat Tampa in overtime. Seattle over Carolina. It was Kansas City over the Rams. Arizona beat the Eagles. Pittsburgh over Indy. Cleveland over Oakland. And it was the Saints beating Green Bay. The Cowboys, well, they'll play tonight. They'll be at home taking on the rival Redskins. Cowboys 6-1 going in. World Series, the Giants beat the Royals 5-0. San Francisco up 3-2 in the series as they head to Kansas City. Chris Schneider, TSN Sports.
And recapping our top story, Dallas Presbyterian Hospital nurses who treated Ebola victim Thomas Duncan in his final hours spoke out about his death on 60 Minutes last night, and many say that they'll never be the same after the experience. With Morning News Break, I'm Chuck Martin, TSN News.
Prosperity Bank has a credit card. Lowers my interest rate? Check. Point system and rewards? Check. Worldwide clearance? Check. No telephone tangles when I have a question? Check. Local support? Check. And this Prosperity credit card puts all my banking in one bank. It really makes sense to me. Leave it to Prosperity. Those real bankers at Prosperity are always working for their customers. They listen to me and recommend the best solutions for me. Auto loans, mortgages, and now a credit card. These bankers know the business of banking. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Prosperity's been ranked number 1 by Forbes.com in its 2014 Best Banks in America. Prosperity Bank, the big bank with your community's bank inside, where you'll find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com or 1-800-531-1401. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Larry McClellan, owner of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies. I'd like to invite you to Westover Pharmacy, the newest pharmacy in Big Spring on the corner of Westover and FM 700. Westover Pharmacy was designed for your convenience with a drop-off and pickup window located on separate sides of the building, so there is less time to spend waiting. Pharmacist Candy Alleman and her friendly staff are eager to serve you at Westover Pharmacy on the corner of FM 700 and Westover, right here in Big Spring.
Now it's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning and 87 Auto Sales on the K-Best Morning Program.
That's right. It's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. I have Dale Coates and Tim Knox on the line. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Well, we had a very eventful race in Martinsville yesterday. Dale Jr. getting a big win, and it got pretty interesting there towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we're used to seeing at Martinsville. And I was pretty excited, and apparently Dale Jr. was really excited with that win. Apparently, Jim Knox is turning left again, but it was just a great ending to that race. Junior stayed up front all day and didn't lead the race all day, but he was up in the top 5 most of the day. And then there on that last restart, I think with 12 laps to go, he kind of ruffled up Tony Stewart a little bit to get the lead.
Well, he wasn't messing around yesterday. I mean, you were kind of waiting to see if there was going to be some teammate help going on, if he was going to, let Gordon get up there to get the win since he's in the chase. And no such luck, man. He was all over it. He wanted that race, and about that last 40 laps or so, especially before the caution, he was just pulling away. And then we had that late caution with a red flag for about 10 minutes. And, on the restart, he took off, and Gordon just didn't have anything for him, And, boy, you could tell Junior really wanted that one. I guess past 6 races of this chase have kind of left him with a bad taste in his mouth because he got it out yesterday.
Yeah, he did. And Tim, that's something you and I, as Dale Jr. fans, have kind of been wanting to see in the last 5 or 6 years from Dale Jr. is that aggression to go win a race, and that's something we saw yesterday. It didn't bother him a bit to ruffle up Tony Stewart. It didn't bother him a bit not to let Jeff Gordon win. That's what I've been waiting to see. It looks like, the passion's back. He'd still be in this chase. He hadn't had such a horrible 3-race stint there in that last little segment. And, he's there. I mean, he's the guy.
Yeah, and it's almost like he got a little bit of redemption, getting knocked out of the chase there and just going in and get that. Because that was something that I was wondering if he was going to let Jeff Gordon have it there at the end to kind of solidify his spot there in the championship or what. But he did it in true Dale Jr. fashion, and that's if he's leading, he's going to get that win. He definitely did that last night. Coming up, we got 2 races left in the Eliminator round with Texas coming up this weekend, guys. That's going to be an exciting race there with probably a lot of speed on that track.
Yeah, no, I think that's another track where Dale Jr.'s got to be looked at. He had a horrible race there this year when he got knocked out on the second or third lap of the race, where he just basically drove into the grass, on his own. Nobody helped him and just tore his race car up.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that all pans out. We'll talk about that a little bit more on Wednesday. But looking at our points, guys, of course, going into this race, I'd pick Denny Hamlin. Dale, you'd pick Jimmy Johnson, and Gordon was the pick for Tim. Looking at our points, I'm at 534 in third place still. But it's starting to get close between you two guys. Dale, you're still in first with the lead of 450, but Tim's starting to creep up on there with 459. That's starting to shake up a little bit, guys.
Well, I'm trying to make it interesting. Gooney?
If Gordon could have just pulled out that win, we'd be tied right now, Coach. I just want you to know that. So I'm coming, baby. Come on.
You know what they say, ifs and buts and candies and nuts. We'd all have a Merry Christmas, Knox.
Yeah.
That's right. We'll see how it winds up this weekend, guys. And we'll talk a little bit more about Texas on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Go have a good one.
All right, thanks a lot. That's Dale Coates and Tim Knox with the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning.
Fall is here and the savings continue at 87 Auto Sales with over 250 clean, pre-owned cars, pickups, and SUVs to choose from. They finance their customers right there at the dealership, so you drive away the very same day in the vehicle of your choice. 87 Auto has the right vehicle for your needs, serving West Texas since 1972. 87 Auto Sales on the corner of 3rd and Gregg Street in Big Spring. Right on the corner and right on the price. 87 Auto Sales.
Hi, this is Dale Coates with Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. It's fall again, which means football and cooler weather. Don't get sacked by the cold weather. Give us a call to make sure your system is working at its full capacity. And if you're searching for a new system, we can install a new Carrier high-efficiency system that will keep you comfortable for years to come and keep you from punting your electric bill every month. Call Dale Coates, your local Carrier dealer, at 714-4688. That's 714-4688.
Need cash fast? Cash Pawn, loans and tools, electronics, musical equipment, gold, and much more.
Cash Pawn will pay you for any of your used or unwanted guns. Turn your broken or unwanted gold into cash fast. No need to worry about bad credit or credit checks. You're guaranteed to get your money quick. Cash Pawn loans to help you in your time of need. It's friendly, convenient, and confidential. Let Cash Pawn be your #1 pawn shop, located at 210 North Gregg Street in Big Spring.
Would you like to give to the troops this Christmas? Thanks to a local county program, you can. Howard County's Adopt a Military Hero Christmas for the Troops program needs military deployment addresses or APOs for any military hero that will be deployed this Christmas. They send 500 boxes each year filled with a lot of love and goodies from our area to our military. If you know someone and would like a gift box sent to them, please contact Debbie Burrow at 432-267-8554.
They're like that brother and sister with completely different parents. So not like brother and sister at all when you think about it. You're listening to Gooney and Heather on Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Welcome back. Welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It's Monday, October 27th, 7:51 here at the KBS studio, 65 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in Lorain.
Nice.
This morning.
Good shout out.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I like when I surprise you.
I was like, whoa.
I'd go in there.
Nice.
It is Monday. Going to recap of all your weekend action. Of course, one of the top stories, the Big Spring High School Pride Drive marching band headed to state.
That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you guys.
UIL State Marching Contest. They'll be marching November 3rd.
I think so, yes.
I believe.
Falls on a Tuesday.
I'm pulling up that information right now, so I'm not just going to leave you hanging.
Nope, it falls on a Monday.
November 3rd, that's right. Because the contest is November 3rd and 4th, and 4A bands are on the 3rd. San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. Get on down there if you can. Make that road trip next week.
Oh, I bet that's nerve-wracking.
Get some support. And also get on our Facebook page, facebook.com/KBS957. Check out the photos that Tony Claxton shared with us from the contest. He made the trip up there to Lubbock over the weekend. You'll want to check those out. Pure joy.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Was it?
Yeah. I was like, that photo just captures pure joy.
So big shout out. Congratulations to the Pride Drive. Also had some exciting sport action going on over the weekend. Your Big Spring Steers and the Stephenville Yellow Jackets outscored our area 6-man schools Friday night.
Man.
64-57. Big Spring victory.
Game.
Huge win for the Steers right there. Huge win for the Steers. Still undefeated in district play.
Yep.
They got a big game this Friday against Abilene Wiley. And the way that that's looking, that's pretty much going to be the district championship game.
Yep.
The way that's starting to turn out.
It sure is.
We'll see.
I'm so excited.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. That game, of course, is going to be in Abilene. I also want to give a shout out to our Sonic Kick for Cash contestant from the game on Friday night there at Big Spring, Anthony Villapaldo. He made it. He just nailed that $300 kick for cash right there.
Nice.
Oh, it was perfect.
So that resets at 100, right?
Yep, back at 100. Of course, Big Spring will be out of town this week. Brownwood comes into Big Spring on the 7th.
Nice.
Congratulations to Anthony. Our other Kick for Cash contestants brought to you by Sonic from Kahoma enforcing game. Of course, Cody Ditto out there at Kahoma. He missed his field goal.
Now
so that's up to $300 in Kahoma for the big final home game for Kahoma against Colorado City on the 7th of November. So be sure to get to kbsmedia.com. Sign up for the Sonic Kick for Cash out there. And we had our last Sonic Kick for Cash out there in Forsyth because they had their last home game.
Yep.
Against Ozona Friday night. And Josh Lang missed his $200 field goal out there.
Oh, Josh.
Unfortunately.
Wow.
That's all right, though. It was a good shot. Forsyth and Kahoma, of course, falling in district action Friday night. Kahoma getting their first district loss of the season to Post. And that was a close game also.
Yeah.
Post just barely won that one. 14-13 was your final score.
Oh, wow. 1 point.
It was so close.
Man.
So just a great job by the Bulldogs out there. But still, we got playoffs ahead of us.
Oh, man,
they're still
it's just starting.
Got a big game for Kahoma heading on to Coleman this Friday. Forsan lost to Ozona 32-22. That was just a tough battle. Talked with Coach Phillips a little bit after that game, and he just said mistakes. That's all it boiled down to. Forsan played a hard game, because that's one thing about those kids out there is they always play those tough games. They're always fighting real hard, but he said it was just a few mistakes here and there that made the whole difference in the world.
Nothing that can't be corrected.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yep.
Other scores from around the area, of course, Sands getting the big win over Grand Falls, 38-30. Sands now clinching a playoff spot with that win.
Nice.
Undefeated in district play right now, 3-0. That's incredible. They had a really tough pre-district schedule. They really did. And the way that they've turned that around out there in Ackerley, just way to go, Mustangs. Colorado City got the win over Ballinger, 56-13. Borden County beat Grady. They're still on the road, 52-24. Wow. Marfa edged out Garden City, 50-46. Sterling City beat Robert Lee, 46-34. And Ira beat Westbrook, 15-0. That was one of those early ending games, one of those 6-man score rules.
Just wow.
Really ended the halftime out there.
Wow.
Big stuff right
absolutely
there.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
We have outstanding standings with our area team.
Standings.
Yeah.
And also, I want to give a shout out to the Kahoma Bulldogette volleyball team. Of course, they lost Saturday to Colorado City in three sets, but a hard fought match out there by those girls, and they're doing a fantastic job. There's playoffs in their future, and they're on a roll. And then the Lady Steers volleyball team, big win on Friday as well.
Who'd they play on?
They played Snyder.
Nice.
Got another big win over them. Winning in 3 sets there against Snyder. Just a fantastic job.
Good job, ladies.
They're 8-1 now in district.
They're doing amazing.
Yeah, 25-22, 25-23, and 25-13. They're going to be playing Sweetwater tomorrow. So get on out there and support the Lady Steers. They're going to be doing great there in playoffs.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, you have a doing it wrong.
I do.
For today. You're bringing it back.
Yes.
What do we got?
You know how they always have to recruit people to donate blood because they never have enough?
Right.
Okay, well, this comes out of Jacksonville, Florida. 35-year-old Pamela Miller went to donate blood on a Saturday morning to the local blood drive. Well, they told her that she was ineligible because there's certain guidelines they have to follow for the type of blood that they take. Well, she was so upset that she couldn't donate blood that she got in her car and drove through the blood bank.
Oh, no.
Literally drove her car through the blood bank.
Jeez.
So she injured 9 people, 8 of which had to go to the hospital for their injuries. Everybody's okay. None of the injuries were life-threatening, but
That's
she
terrible.
was charged with aggravated battery.
Wow.
For all of this.
That is terrible right there. You're doing it wrong. Donating blood. That's way wrong right
That's
there.
the wrong way to donate blood.
That's way wrong. Wow.
It was.
The good news is maybe pretty soon Jacksonville will no longer be a part of South Florida.
Well, we'll see.
Because South Florida is going to be its own state. Jacksonville's in the northern part.
Yeah.
I had to look that up because I don't know geography very well.
Yes.
Coming up on community calendar, we have Miss Jonna Morgan in the house.
Yeah.
Debbie Valverde going to be here talking about the 12 days before Black Friday.
Yes.
That's exciting. It's that time of the year already. Can you believe it?
Crazy.
Wow.
Just craziness. I can't handle it.
Do you have a favorite part of today's show?
My favorite part of today's show was talking about the pie drive going to state.
There you go.
Yeah.
My favorite part of today's show would have to stay along the line of Big Spring High School there. Just doing a fantastic job all around.
Just our local area. Amazing.
Way to go. Enjoy your Monday out there, folks. Make it a marvelous Monday. Laugh a little bit, because remember, if you're not laughing, you're not living.
Park Place is special. Its residents enjoy special events and special meals. Special attention is paid to the security and comfort of each person living at Park Place. Park Place is affordable and conveniently located. Park Place is locally owned and personally managed by a member of the Cole family. A visit with Amanda Cole Calvio will give you special reasons to want to enjoy living at Park Place, 501 West 17th, Big Spring.
Westex Auto Parts on the Snyder Highway in Big Spring has helped so many drivers it's impossible to count them all. They've come to rely on Westex for its huge inventory of auto parts, especially parts for late model pickups. And it's not just the parts, it's the people behind the counter who know their business. Westex has been open since 1947. To be in business that long, you've got to be doing something right. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to auto parts. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Heather Gentry with your K-Best Radio Group News, brought to you today by 14th and Main Church of Christ. It's Monday, October 27, 2014. Time is 8:01 a.m. and it's 65 degrees outside. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. One of the Big Spring men accused of robbing Big A's shaved ice at gunpoint last June is scheduled to go on trial tomorrow. 21-year-old Gilberto Medina Torres could face a possible life sentence if convicted of the first-degree felony. Following up on tips from citizens, Medina Torres was arrested June 9th for the robbery. According to our news partners at CBS 7, a Midland resident is dead after a fatal accident early Friday morning. According to the Department of Public Safety, 31-year-old Jonathan Hernandez was driving a 2005 Freightliner south on SCR 1050 in the fog just before 5 a.m. Hernandez missed a stop sign at the intersection of South County Road 1050 and East County Road 120. He then drove through the intersection into a barrow ditch, hit a cattle guard fence, drove through a field, hit a dirt hill which caused him to go airborne, and came to rest on a lease road south of the intersection. Hernandez was pronounced dead at the scene. DPS says he was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. The Woodcarver Show and Sale begins today at the Dora Roberts Community Center. Today through Thursday, members will hold several classes with prices varying depending on the subject matter, and they will provide all materials needed. The contest portion of the show will be held Friday. The public is welcome every day of the show to purchase and browse these unique wood carvings. Early voting continues and runs through this Friday, October 31st. Early voting takes place at the Election Administration Office at the first floor of the Howard County Courthouse. Texas voters should know that the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that voters will need to show ID at the polls this year. The United Way of Big Spring and Howard County are bringing together our community in a fun way that promotes awareness of our United Way and what it brings to Howard County. The United Way is hosting the West Texas Ball Storm to raise funds for their 17 local agencies. They're asking you to purchase golf balls. Your ball will then be numbered and collected to be dropped from a helicopter at 100 feet above the pin on Blankenship Field, Saturday, November 15th at 4 p.m. They will also be giving helicopter rides for $50 per person. To reserve your spot, you can call the United Way office at 432-267-5201. The second annual Veterans Day 5K event is to honor those who are serving and those who have served in the U.S. military. The race will start and end at the Big Spring Vietnam Memorial on Veterans Day, which is November 11th. The walk begins at 5 p.m. and the run-jog portion starts at 5:30 p.m. The registration fee is $25 and all proceeds benefit the Lone Survivor Foundation. The entry fee includes the race day shirt and barbecue brisket plate with drink at the end of the run. Additional plates will be available for $7. You can register at the GEO Group, 1701 Apron Drive. There's still time for families to apply for the Salvation Army's annual Angel Tree program. The Salvation Army will accept applications for the annual Christmas gift program through this Thursday, October 30th. The Angel Tree program provides Christmas gifts for qualifying children and seniors every year. Applicants are screened through interviews at the local Salvation Army office located at 811 West 5th Street. The Monster Mash Dash and Dance will kick off with an event unlike any other this Friday, October 31st. Runners will compete on a 0.4-mile course that starts and ends in the Monster Mash pit on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel at 200 East 3rd Street. Participants must dance for 20 seconds before running their next lap. Winners will be determined in 3 categories: the most laps, best costumes, and best dance moves. And later that night, there will be a movie presentation by the Big Spring Film Society at 10 p.m. on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel. In obituaries, Janet Smith Harden, 76, of Willow Park, formerly of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd in Burleson, Texas. Funeral services with Eastern Star Rites will be today at 11 a.m. at Myers and Smith Chapel, with burial following at Kahoma Cemetery. Leonard Dean Garrard Jr., 47 of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd at Midland Memorial Hospital in Midland. Graveside services will be 11 a.m. tomorrow at Trinity Memorial Park, Peace Chapel. Jose Olivas Jr., 63 of Stanton, formerly of Big Spring, died Saturday, October 25th at Stanton Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Vigil service will be at 7 p.m. tonight at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral service will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at Holy Trinity Catholic Church with burial at Trinity Memorial Park. Simon T. Correa Jr., 60 of Big Spring, died Saturday, October 25th in Odessa. Services are pending at Myers and Smith Funeral Home and Chapel. KBST News Time is 8:06 a.m. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior.
When Jesus asked his apostles who they thought he was, Peter answered, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Matthew 16:16. Then Jesus told his apostles, "On this rock I will build my church." Matthew 16:18. Jesus built his church on that confession made by Peter. The Church of Christ is built on that confession, as well as the other commands of our Lord Jesus. The Church of Christ that meets at the corner of 14th and Main Street in Big Spring is attempting to restore in ourselves the ancient New Testament church. We do not claim to be the only Christians, but we do insist that we are Christians only. That is, people who believe and confess that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Won't you consider who Jesus is for your life? I'm Rick Cunningham, preacher for the 14th and Main Street Church of Christ. We meet for Bible classes on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our worship times are Sunday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. We would love to tell you more about Jesus in this church. Come and see us.
KBST News Time is 8:07 a.m. For a look at sports, it's KBST Sports Director, Gooney.
One of the most intense football games all season long took place this past Friday at Memorial Stadium between your Big Spring Steers and the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. There was over 1,200 total offensive yards combined between these two teams. 121 points scored total. Big Spring getting the bigger chunk of that, winning the game 64-57. With Stephenville being a new district opponent for Big Spring this year, not only does this mean the Steers are in the playoffs, but they're even one step closer to the district championship. KBST Sports caught up with Coach Ritchie after the game to get his thoughts.
We worked all year for these kind of games, and we've been in a lot of them this year, and man, there's more to come. So we got to go back to work, but we're going to celebrate this. That's a humongous win.
With a fantastic defensive stand all game long, led by your Sonic Defensive Player of the Game, Garrett Wigington, how could one not talk about your KBST Sonic Offensive Player of the Game, Hunter Hill, who had over 300 yards and 7 total touchdowns.
Our line was just unbelievable. They gave me lanes that I couldn't even. That was the biggest lane I've ever ran through in my life. It's amazing.
After a fumble late in the game, Hunter seemed to experience a little pain in his shoulder, but got back out there and scored another touchdown. Here's what he had to say about what motivated him.
I said a prayer and I told him to take care of me, and I knew he would. And I didn't think about it. I just kept going. I knew I had to get that touchdown because that fumble made me really mad. So I knew I had to get to the end zone one more time.
Hunter also added what this win meant for the Steers' confidence moving forward.
Oh, it boosted a lot because we've been training for this game, and now we know Abilene Wiley's next. We're going to do even better that game.
The Steers are 6-1 on the season and undefeated in district play as they head to Abilene for a Halloween game against the Wiley Bulldogs, who are 6-2 on the season and also 2-0 in district, coming off a big win over Snyder, 40-10. Friday night's game could determine the district champion. The Coahoma Bulldogs got their first district loss of the season to the Post Antelope, 14-13 Friday night at home. Joseph Melendez was your Sonic Offensive Player of the Game, while Matt Cisneros got the honors on defense. They're going to be traveling to Coleman to take on the undefeated Blue Cats Friday night for Halloween. The Bulldogs are 6-2 on the season and now share a 2-1 district record with both Post and Colorado City. The Stanton Buffaloes suffered their third straight district loss of the season, losing to Coleman 46-16. Kyle Inman was your Sonic Offensive Player of the Game, while Esteban Escamilla was honored for his defensive performance. They will be back home this Friday night against Ballinger. And the Forsan Buffaloes were home against Ozona in district action Friday night. Ozona got the win 32-22 over the Buffaloes. Forsan 6-3 on the season with that district record of 1-2 as they travel to Cristobal Friday night. Other scores from around the area: Sands got a big win over Grand Falls 38-30. Colorado City beat Ballinger 56-13. Borden County
County beat Grady 52-24. Garden City lost to Marfa 50-46. Robert Lee lost to Sterling City 46-34. And Ira beat Westbrook 50-0. The Lady Steers volleyball team was in action Friday against Snyder and got a big win in 3 straight sets, winning 25-22, 25-23, and 25-13. Your setter Emily Smith had 21 assists, 4 kills, 6 digs, and 3 blocks, while on offense, Lacey Yarber had 7 kills, an assist, 5 digs, and a block, and Aaron Pollard had 13 kills, 2 assists, 2 aces, 4 digs, and 7 blocks. On defense, Juliana Rodriguez stood out with 12 digs, 2 kills, an assist, and 6 aces, and Stevie Ward had 10 digs, 3 assists, and an ace. The Lady Steers are 8-1 in district and will be heading to Sweetwater tomorrow. The Lady Steers junior varsity team also got a big win, winning 2 out of 3 sets. They won the first set 25-20, lost set number 2 18-25, but got a big win to finish out strong 26-24. Standing out for the JV were Brooke Marshall, Chloe Gang, Kiana Ramsey, Janisha Smith, Jory Hanlon, and Sierra Martinez. The freshman team lost their 2 sets 19-25 and 21-25, with Marilyn Cardia, Courtney Myers, Anissa Ramsey, and Rachel McAllister standing out in that match. The Coahoma Bulldog-Ed volleyball team lost to Colorado City Saturday, losing in 3 sets 23-25, 18-25, and 10-25. The Bulldogettes will be home against Crane for their last district match of the season tomorrow, with matches at 4, 5, and 6. And some of your college football scores from around Texas. Kansas State got the big shutout over UT 23-0. Texas Tech got smashed by TCU 82-27. In the NFL, Houston got the big win over the Tennessee Titans 30-16. Dallas is going to be playing tonight for Monday Night Football against the Washington Redskins, with a game at 7:30. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center.
And a look at your Howard County weather. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Winds out of the southeast from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 51. Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 68. And Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 49. KBST News time is 8:12 a.m. I'm Heather Gentry, and this has been your KBS Radio Group News. Coming up on Community Calendar, we have Debbie Valverde and John O'Morgan talking about 12 days before Black Friday. But first, The Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith, brought to you by Chowell Service.
This is Tumbleweed Smith. Henry Weisner of Mineola is a legendary pilot. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
Hi, I'm Joyce at Chowell Service. We appreciate all of our customers, large or small, from wells for home use, oil field, or many of our other services. We've added lots of equipment to serve our customers with continued good service. For your large or small water well needs, call us, Chowell Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business. Now, you have a blessed day.
Henry Weisner of Mineola recalls seeing his first airplane. It was in July of 1917. He was standing in a field with his father and brother.
We kept hearing a noise. At first, we thought it was a motor car. And my older brother had been to the Dallas Fair. He'd seen and heard an airplane, so he finally recognized it. He said, looked up and said, "Yes, Lord, look, it's an airplane."
A pasture next to the Weisner farm became a landmark for pilots flying from Shreveport to Dallas. Later, it became a small airfield. Those daring young men and their flying machines would come in and take people flying.
The government figured on a way to raise some money for bonds and all, and they promised the person who sold the greatest number of war bonds would get a ride in the airplane.
One of the barnstormers took a liking to Henry and invited him to go with him and sell tickets, even work on airplane engines. And then he spoke some words that were music to Henry's ears.
"I'll teach you to fly."
The barnstormer told Henry the best way to learn to fly was through the military. So Henry joined the U.S. Army Air Corps in September of 1924. He had just graduated from high school. When he finished his military obligation, he started the Royal Flying Service in Mineola. He traveled around the country giving flying demonstrations.
Loops, spins, rolls, barrel rolls, and then the aileron rolls.
His brother did all sorts of tricks in the air.
Did parachute jumps, wing walking, stuff like that,
Their act was billed as the Royal Flying Circus. One trick was to go from one plane to another using a rope ladder. The two planes were between 500 and 1,000 feet off the ground.
We'd climb out and get on that and go down, and we'd fly over the other airplane again and climb into the airplane. When he got the cockpit somewhere close to the cockpit, he'd let go. Most of it done a lot of parachute.
Henry's plane was a Curtiss Jenny.
A little bit tricky to fly, not bad, but if a fellow learned to fly one well, he'd fly most anything with wings.
Henry Wisner of Mineola, an ex-barnstormer. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Convenient, personalized dental care at an exceptional value for the entire family. That's the foundation of Abbeville Dentistry. Our doctors make it easy for you to get the quality dental care you deserve on your schedule and your budget. Abbeville Dentistry has been providing locally owned, state-of-the-art dentistry to the community with services like same-day appointments and cleanings and extractions. At Abbeville Dentistry, we don't believe you should have to pay anything to find out what's wrong. That's why your new patient exam, x-rays, and consultation have always been free. That's a $278 value. We offer an in-office savings plan, are providers for the Affordable Care Act, and accept most insurance. Schedule your appointment today. Call 432-271-3046. That's 432-271-3046. Or visit BigSpringSmiles.com. Experience the difference. Experience Abbeville Dentistry. Offer not valid with third-party remuneration. Doctors Youngblood, Shar, Capella General Dentist, Abbeville, LLC.
You're listening to KBST AM and FM. It's time for the KBST Community Calendar, a daily program that focuses on the issues and events that affect our community.
And welcome to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Monday, October 27th, 8:16 here at the KBS Studios. A nice 65 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. And I have a couple very special guests here with me. Miss Debbie Valverde, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. And Miss Jonna Morgan, thank you for being here as well.
Hi.
It's Monday morning. I know, Debbie, you're always excited to be here.
Hey, it's another day.
But hey, Monday morning, and we have some great things about to kick off in the area. Everything's just
And first of all,
electricity
you
right
didn't know a Duran Duran song?
I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not cultured. You have to realize, whenever I was a kid,
Rio and
all I ever heard was Alan Jackson and like George Strait. That's all I ever heard when I was growing up.
The Reflex.
Oh, I wasn't cultured. I know.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Okay.
By the way, you can go to our website, kbsmedia.com, and click on the YouTube tab. Make sure you watch the video of Debbie Valverde's Duran Duran. Yeah, we got that. No, ladies, thank you so much for joining me this morning. What are we here to talk about? 12 days of Black Friday.
12 days before Black Friday.
It's already here.
Yes.
Already. Wow.
Yes.
That's great. Well, let's catch us all up. If, like, say we have no idea what this is, we just moved to the area. How would you describe the 12 days before Black Friday? Other than just being calendar days before, I guess.
What came about, how it all came about was we have so many new boutiques, new stores that have opened up, and a lot of people don't know that they're even here.
Right.
So before Black Friday, before you go out and doing your shopping wherever you go, why don't you stay here and do it right here in your own backyard?
Right.
So all we're doing is kind of just promoting those businesses right before, giving some giveaways and doing one big grand giveaway at the end. And who knows what you may find. You, like me, I do all my Christmas shopping here, right here in Big Spring. And there are people that say, no, you don't, Debbie, you're lying. No, I do. No, you can do it.
You have people calling you out like that?
You can do it. You really can.
Oh, it's possible.
So, oh yeah. So we just want everyone to get out there. We have a list of participants or merchants that are participating this year, and you can start signing up as of this afternoon. We have our buckets out, and just start signing up, and we're going to start doing drawings on November the 11th.
Now, and this, I know that the way that we worked out last year was you would just call in basically with the drawing from the location that you were at and give us a winner.
Yes.
And that's kind of, I'm assuming that's kind of how we're going to do it again this year?
Yes, we're going to do that again this year.
I can't wait. That's fun. It's almost like your mini daily remote with Debbie Valverde.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's okay. And from what I understand, people were calling the radio station, has she drawn? Has she drawn?
Right.
So.
Oh, yeah. It's intense.
That's exciting.
So, Jonna, how did you get involved with everything this year?
This year, I participated last year, and it was we had a great turnout. We had probably 600 customers come in and sign up.
Really?
Per location. I say that per location. We had 12 people participate last year, 12 businesses participate last year. And between all 12, we had 600 people participate.
Wow.
Through the city of Big Spring, which is awesome. I think this year we have 24 stores and different boutiques that are going to help out with this. And I think we're going to surpass 1,000.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
That's incredible.
And there are lots of people that are giving away amazing prizes. Some people are giving away multiple things.
Mhm.
So when you go in to say Queens of the Dude Ranch, she might be giving away 2 or 3 things.
Right.
Versus just one thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, you could win at more than one location.
Yeah, so go to all of these places.
You need to continue. You need to continue signing up through the 26th of November.
Because you can sign up more than once.
Yes, you can. You can sign up more than once.
You want to come once a day to each location? Fantastic. You want to go twice a day? Fantastic. But you can go to each one of these places and sign up and just repeat, which is amazing.
Now, let me talk a little bit because, John, of course, you own Jake Witzel Gifts and Interiors.
Yes, sir.
There on Main Street. And last year, what did this do for your business personally?
Well, it's really awesome because people come in and say, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here.
Right.
How long have you been here? 3 years. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's so much in downtown Big Spring that we didn't know about.
Right.
And especially this year because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses downtown Big Spring.
That's
that
incredible.
You can shop in and spend your money locally, support your local community. Yes, you can buy all of your Christmas presents in the big city of Big Spring, and you can get it all done. And most of the places that are participating this year do complimentary gift wrap too.
Oh, really?
You can buy your Christmas present, you can have it wrapped, and you can take it home and put it under the Christmas tree, and you haven't gotten to get in the car and drive, 45 minutes.
And if they come by Jake Witzel, they can even get some chocolate, some fudge there too.
And not just chocolate fudge. So
yeah, there's a lot of different kinds down there. Well, let's talk about some of the great businesses that are on this list this year, because last year we were talking a little bit, there was about 12 last year, and you guys said it doubled in just a year. That's incredible.
In 1 year, that just shows you the growth of Big Spring right there.
Wow. Well, let's just go down the list and just give folks an idea about the amazing gifts and just show them how you can buy anything for everybody in your family, friends, everything at these places.
So starting us off, we have the Big Spring Health Food Store, Blissful Boutique, Christie's Hair Studio and Spa, The Crown Bird, Dazzling Decor, Elrod's Furniture, Faye's Flowers, Gay's Crystal Kitchen, the Heritage Museum of Big Spring, Higginbotham Bartlett, and the Honey Babies Interior Design.
Also joining us is Hotel Settles, Jake Witzel Gifts and Interiors, The Carrot Patch, Kitty Galore's Vintage Store and more, Queens of the Dude Ranch, Red Mesa Grill, Ruby Blues Boutique, Southern Blush, Splurge Boutique, Springtown Plaza, Suggs Hallmark, Scents and Accents, and the Twig Children's Boutique.
Yeah, I think you can pretty much find something at any one of those spots.
Yes, you
right
can.
there.
Oh,
That's
yes, you
incredible.
can.
I mean, you have from kids' toys and some of those locations all the way up to clothing and, just everything in between right there.
And
That's
you
incredible.
can find for your special man, you can find something in these.
Oh, yeah. I've been in Jake Witzel a few times, and I know that there's some things that I've liked in there, mainly in the toy section, just because I'm a big kid. But
Me too. Me too.
That's where I find myself every time I've gone in there. Like every time we head in there, my wife's looking at all the decorations, and I'm over there trying to figure out how these cool wooden toys work and all that stuff. Well, that's incredible. And let's talk a little bit about how folks can sign up again.
All they have to do is visit these participating businesses. The businesses will have a bucket, and it has a turkey. It's a picture of a turkey it has a bunch of presents. It's done its shopping. So look for that bucket, and you never know where these businesses may put it. That's the whole idea. They're not going to be just right there in the front.
Right.
You'll need to search the store for that bucket and sign up. And who knows, you may just find your Christmas gifts while you're doing this.
Exactly. And the great thing about this is you're not having to travel out of town and fight crowds and traffic and all of that good stuff.
The traffic.
That's probably one of the most exciting things about all this for me.
Yes.
Great. Well, let's take a real quick break and we'll talk about the 12 days before Black Friday when we return right here on Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, the job fair is here and looking for businesses to participate. Booth space is available to any business that would like to take part in the event. $25 for chamber members and $50 for non-chamber members. There will be a table and 2 chairs provided per business. The job fair will take place Tuesday, October 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. in the East Room of the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum. For any questions about the event or how to enter, contact the Big Spring Chamber of Commerce.
And now, let's get back to Community Calendar on KBST.
Welcome back to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Monday, October 27th, 8:25 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney here with you this morning. Sorry, am I in your way? What's going on?
Nothing.
Man, y'all are just making
We're
me
just having
nervous.
fun on our own.
Make me nervous. We got John and Morgan here.
It's Monday.
Also got Miss Debbie Valverde. Always excited whenever we have you on, Debbie. John, thanks for joining us this morning. Of course, we're talking about the 12 days before Black Friday. And just once again, let's just kind of catch everybody up and let them know how important this is to our community.
Well, all in a nutshell, shop local.
Right.
Just try to stay local as much as you can. Yes, I do know that people do need to go out of town and do some shopping, but try to stay local. Let's keep these great boutiques that have opened up. And we have some long time merchants here that have been with us for quite a while that let's keep them going and let them show you what you could buy right here locally, right here in Big Spring.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And John, as one of the business owners that's included in the 12 days before Black Friday, what are some of the things that you may do to kind of get your store ready for this event or kind of prepare for it?
Yeah, sure. We make sure that we have our Christmas decor up. Lots of people, of course, have varying opinions as to what time of the year Christmas decorations should go up in a retail location. And I just always say the big box store that most people frequent has had it up since June.
Yeah.
So we putting it up in September. It's okay. Calm down, everybody. So we make sure that we have, holiday festivities for this particular thing, like for the 12 days before Black Friday. We want to encourage people to come in and shop early.
Right.
Get out and see all of these amazing places. There might be some places on this list that you didn't even know about yet.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't heard about around town.
Right.
Lots of these places have Facebook pages. So get on Facebook.
Yeah.
Look at the Chamber's Facebook page. If you can't find something or you need to find a location, Debbie and Miss Nancy are amazing about taking our status updates or anything that any local business that's a Chamber member puts on Facebook. They immediately put it on the Chamber Facebook page.
Right.
So it's a great resource. And it's free. So, hey,
yeah.
I think everybody in the world today has Facebook.
Yeah.
And not only Facebook, we are tweeting.
Oh, yeah, Twitter.
We
Oh,
are
really?
Tweeting now, yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
How's
the
that
Chamber.
going?
It's good. It's good. It's all together.
Nice.
So
It's linked.
it's
So
linked.
When she
So
puts it on Facebook,
I put it on
it goes to
Facebook, it goes to Twitter.
What's your Twitter name? How do you follow
Yeah.
the city of Big Spring?
Easy. Oh,
Ooh.
Big Spring
Big
Chamber of
I think it's
Commerce.
Big Spring Chamber TX.
Or you can go to
I'm
the
sorry.
Facebook page and just link
yes,
it.
yes.
How about that? That's one way
That's
to do
why
it.
I'm glad it's linked.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome, though. Incredible. Kind of moving on up. And as a small business owner, events like this is what really helps the community grow.
And that's
really
what it's all
does.
about with the Chamber. It's, it's not what the Chamber can do for you. It's what you and the Chamber together can do to make not only your business better, but our community better and just get involved. Everybody needs to get involved and be a part.
And the Big Spring Chamber's Twitter is BS Chamber TX.
There we go.
Thank you, Jonna.
Where can folks find this list? there a place where they can find that?
Not only will it be, of course, in our Big Spring Herald newspaper, but we will also pass it on to y'all to post on y'all's Facebook
So
page.
we'll have it at the media
And
outlets.
as well as they can come and pick up a list at the chamber office. We're located at 215 West 3rd. And we'll also have lists available at all the merchants, and they can pick up a list there.
There we go. That's a nice networking tool right there.
Yes, it is.
That's really cool. I'm excited because there's so many on here. I mean, that's 24. That's huge right there.
That's 2 drawings a day.
So that's 2 drawings a day. So I
Wow.
will be calling in twice a day.
You're going to be busy.
Yes.
But it's awesome. It's for a good reason. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited about it. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about it. And once again, let's just run down what folks need to do to get involved into this and get some great prizes.
All they've got to do is go to the merchants that are participating and sign up. Just sign up.
Just put your name in the hat and wait and listen
In the
for the
bucket.
drawing.
Yes. Oh, and we need to make sure that we announce the hotel. The Hotel Settles did a night stay for the grand finale drawing.
That's what's going to be the big
and
prize
HEB
there.
as well. HEB is giving a really nice basket of wine and glasses and cheese.
Oh, wow. Just a whole night of wine and dining at the
yes,
Settles with
yes.
HEB and the Settles.
Yeah,
Hotel? There we
you
go.
don't sign up at HEB, but that's just one of the big grand prizes.
Well, fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to the entire event, the 12 days before Black Friday, and just can't wait for you to be calling in and drawing names and just the excitement gearing up for the holidays.
It'll be fun. Be listening for me, y'all.
That's right. Well, Debbie Valverde, Jonna Morgan, thank you so much for joining me this morning on Community Calendar. Y'all have a great Monday.
You too.
You too, Gooney. Bye.
Thanks a lot. On the KBST Mighty 1490 KBST AM, we're going to get over on to the Huckabee Report, and we're going to kick it right back into great country music right here on KBS 95.7. We got Big and Rich and Joe Nichols coming up next.
You've been listening to the KBST Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM.